What's the cost of living in Virginia Beach? How much money does somebody need to make to live here comfortably? Let's talk about it. According to bestplaces.net, Virginia Beach is on average 4.8% higher than the rest of the country. In this video, we're going to talk about housing prices, rent versus buying. We're going to talk about food, utilities, childcare, transportation, healthcare, taxes, and a few other things that I think you're going to want to know if you're moving to Virginia Beach. So make sure to watch this video to the very end. Before we talk about all the costs, let's talk about income. How much money do you really need to make to live here comfortably in Virginia Beach? Now, obviously that's going to depend on how you live, but according to bestplaces.net, a family household should be able to live comfortably off about $72,000 a year and $55,000 a year for an individual. The median income right now in Virginia Beach per household is $82,000. Okay, let's talk about some costs of living in Virginia Beach. The average rent for an apartment is right around $1,600 a month. That obviously is going to depend on the size and the location. The average price for a single family home is about $2,100 a month, which is about $100 above our national average. Outside of being a tour guide here on YouTube, I am also a real estate agent and I've been serving this area for about 10 years. If you have questions about housing and you're thinking about moving to this area, don't hesitate to reach out. My phone number is in the description. That's my real phone number. Feel free to call me or text me anytime. Okay, let's talk about housing prices. If your goal is to buy a home, we are about 8.8% higher than the national average, so depending on where you're coming from, our housing prices may feel expensive. As of 2024, our median sales price in Virginia Beach is $369,000. That's up 3.8% from last year, which is a healthy increase. And as you can see down here, we have 1.7 months of inventory currently. What that means is if we stopped listing properties right now, we would sell out of all of our homes in about 1.7 months. On average, our homes are selling for about 99.8% of their list price. There's obviously going to be exceptions to that. If the home is not in very good condition or it's overpriced, we can negotiate it down. But in many cases, when the house is priced right in a hot location and in good condition, we're seeing multiple offers and it can be very competitive. This is all subject to change depending on when you're watching this video, so if you want a current update on the climate of our market, just reach out and let me know. If you are looking for a more affordable option, you may want to consider Chesapeake. Chesapeake is located just west of Virginia Beach, and as you can see, the median sales price is less than $340,000, which is significantly less than Virginia Beach. If you research school districts, according to greatschools.org or pretty much any site you'll look on, you'll find the top-rated school districts are in the South Chesapeake area. A few other cities to consider that are near Virginia Beach is Norfolk and even Portsmouth. You'll find the prices to be even cheaper, but you may want to check the crime maps because there's certain parts of those cities that tend to have higher crime. If you have a higher budget and you want to be on the water, maybe the bay or the ocean, we have options for you, but the prices jump up real quick. One thing to be aware of is flood zones. Let me show you a property that you can get right now in the Sandbridge area, right on the beach for just over $4.1 million. This is an 8-bedroom, 8-bathroom with 2 half baths, over 6,000 square feet. You got a swimming pool. Look at that beautiful curb appeal right there on the ocean. That's what $4.1 million can get you. The weather in Virginia Beach in the wintertime is usually pretty mild. We do have some days where it goes below freezing, and you can expect a snow day or two, but overall, it's pretty mild. In the summertime, you can expect the mid-90s. It does get hot. The humidity levels do go up. The reason I'm talking about weather is because this affects your utility costs. According to bestplaces.net, we are about 3% cheaper than the national average for our utilities. The cost of natural gas is about $5.08 for every 1,000 cubic feet. And for water, it's about $4.90 for every 1,000 gallons. The cost of electricity is about 6 cents per kilowatt, and that's going to vary depending if you're on peak or off-peak hours. Last year, Dominion Power decreased our bill by about $7 a month. They claim that they are 20% below the national average. That's a bold claim. I can't back that up, but that's what they say on their website. For internet, we have Cox and we have Verizon Fios. I have Verizon Fios. My bill is about $64.99 a month. Cox is going to run you about the same. The childcare cost in Virginia Beach is kind of expensive, especially for infants. Infant daycare has increased 11% since 2018, according to the Virginia pilot. The prices for infant daycare is going to range between $11,000 to $13,000 a year. If you have older kids, it will be about $200 to $300 a week. They also have doggy daycares at about $35 a day. The transportation cost in Virginia Beach is about 2% below the national average. Our gas prices are currently about $2.87 a gallon, which is much cheaper than what they were not long ago. One thing to consider though is the tolls. Many of our bridges and all of our tunnels have tolls. You definitely want to get an easy pass if you're moving to Virginia Beach because the cost will be about $3.07 compared to $7.57 for that same trip. If you can avoid tunnels on your daily commute to work, not only are you going to save a lot of money on a monthly, yearly basis, but you also will avoid a lot of traffic. Another transportation cost to consider is if you're going to the beach, like the Virginia Beach oceanfront or Sandbridge, there is a parking cost, about $2 an hour during the off season. During the season, it ranges from about $15 to $22 per day, but you will be competing with tourists. I heard the city was talking about a discount for Virginia Beach residents, but I don't think that's happened yet. If you're parking in the town center area, that's free. The cost of healthcare in Virginia Beach is about 5.2% higher than the national average. For hospitals, we have Centera, and for kids, we have a CHKD. Since we're talking about health, if you're looking for a gym in the Virginia Beach area, the rec center is a great option. It will run you about $110 a year, and you'll have access to indoor pools, basketball courts, pickleball courts, and of course they have weight training and all kinds of cardio options. Another popular gym is One Life Fitness. It's a larger gym. There's multiple locations. You probably won't find a swimming pool or a basketball court, but they do have all the weight training and cardio stuff that you would ever need. Another great option is the YMCA, especially if you have kids. They have the daddy-daughter ball, and they have activities and fun things also for teenagers. The cost of the YMCA, I believe, is about $78 for a family and about $63 for an individual. If you're focused more on just lifting weights and maybe CrossFit, the Iron Asylum would be a good option for you. It's a warehouse-style gym. It's open 24 hours a day. The cost of membership is about the same as One Life, about $39 a month. If you're moving to the area, let me know. I know the owner of Iron Asylum, and I can probably get you a free 6-month membership. Okay, we can't talk about gym and fitness without talking about nutrition. So for food prices, grocery prices, Virginia Beach is right in line with the national average. I think some of our cheaper options for grocery shopping would be Lidl, am I saying that right? Aldi's. I do most of my shopping at Harris Teeter. We have Food Lion, and one of my favorite grocery stores is Wegmans. We also have a Trader Joe's and a Whole Foods. The cost of milk right now at Harris Teeter was $3.19 a gallon. Obviously depends on what kind of milk you buy. The bananas were about 59 cents a pound, and I bought chicken breasts for $2.99 a pound. You can get a dozen eggs for about $3.19, or you can buy the big package that's much cheaper. I prefer better quality eggs. I usually spend about $5, $6 a dozen. The cost of eating out is going to vary, obviously, depending on where you're at, but there's a lot of local options where you're gonna spend about $20, $25 a plate. My favorite place, hands down, is Cava. This place is not only fast, but it's healthy. It's Mediterranean-style food. It's fresh, no GMO products. I spend about $12 to $15 a bowl there. If you're moving to the Virginia Beach area or you're just visiting, you have to check out Cava. The last thing we're going to talk about as we wrap up here is taxes. Got to save the best for last. Our state income tax is going to range from about 2 to 5.75%. Our sales tax is 6%. We also have another tax that you may never have heard of, called personal property tax. This is a tax that they hit you with every year on your vehicle or your boat. It's $4 for every $100 of value. How do they determine the value? I don't know. What I do know is I got hit with a $1,500 tax this year. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out, call me, text me, and if you found some value from this video, do me a favor and smash that like button and subscribe to the channel.